What's on the other side of this? Like, you're debt free, you're married, newborn on the way. Like, what's on the other side of bondage? And people hear freedom, but what does freedom look like in you all's world?
Man, opportunity, open doors, pathways.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm a freelancer. So, I've always done a little of this, want to open a business. Okay, we do this.
Yeah.
And it's been really great because I don't feel like I have to do anything. I feel like I do what I want to do. I feel like I earn money in the ways that I want to earn money. I feel like I can be motivated by things other than money. Like when you have debt, you're motivated by earning more money so you can make the payments, right? And yes, there's a bigger why at the end of that, but in the moment, it's like, I got to do what's making me money right now. That's why you end up working 96 hours. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, okay, what am I it's almost like you get to know yourself better. Like, what am I truly interested in? What do I truly enjoy doing? Like, what do I truly want to spend my time on? And that's a really cool layer of freedom that I don't really think people stop and think about. Like, I was in the car the other day with my mom, and she's been in the school system forever, and she was like, you know what? I think I don't want to go back to the school system. I was like, okay. I'm like, well, what do you want to do? And she was like, I never thought of it. She was like, I never really thought of it. I'd have to think about that. And I'm like, how can you be in your 60s and haven't thought about what you want to do? And I'm not, my mom is my mom. But my point is, when you got your head down, you're going towards your goal, you don't even stop to look up and think, like, what do I even like? What do I want to do? Like, what makes me tick? And I think being debt-free, you have access to a space within yourself that you wouldn't have had before.
For us, the other side is building wealth right now. So, and for me, as soon as we made that last payment, I stopped working. I stopped working my side hustles. I'm still working my full-time job.
So she got her 94 hours back.
Yeah, I did. So that's good. But now we're building wealth now. So yes, we're still working, but it's investing now. Yeah. Money that we were paying toward our debt can now be used to grow us, which is really nice. Yes. Opening up things for our babies on the way and thinking about their future. So that's what it looks like for us right now.
Yeah, and we're transitioning to, having those conversations about reducing work hours.
Yeah. Okay. Right? I know, I'm excited.
So it's going to start with the missus.
So is the goal to bring her home?
Yes.
Yes. In stages.
Yeah, the wife was like, yes. He was like, hold on. In stages.
Yes.
It's coming.
Yes.
Like, man, what's the time frame? Like, what's the goal? Have y'all talked about that? I don't want to call you out on my show, so
in the next 3 to 5 years, we'll reduce her work hours so that she could be home with the baby, because that's important to us. So the idea of sending our son to school 5 days a week for 18 years and, getting the leftovers, after work, that's just not what we're about. So
I've never heard a family say that.
Yeah,
that's a perfect word, though. That is so
really
true.
Is.
They get all their time, all their energy is spent at school, and then we get them for a few hours before bedtime.
Wow. And by that time, I've worked all day, and I'm tired, and
they're tired.
And
there's just not enough quality time, and someone else is raising our kids. So we at least want to give us the opportunity to raise our son. And, it starts at home. Everything starts at home. We can't expect the school system to do what we should be doing. They should reinforce what we've started in the home. And so that's important to us. So ownership of our time is huge. Yeah. And so that looks like reducing our work hours so that we could be at home and we can be a presence in our family. So
is that like homeschool, private school in the future?
Ideally homeschool.
Okay.
I would love to teach my children and not have the school system teach them, because I don't know what they're learning there.
Right.
So ideally homeschool. And if we can't homeschool, then maybe like a hybrid program would
So
be
that's
nice.
what my brother-in-law and sister do with my nieces and nephews. My brother actually, roles flipped. My sister stayed working and my brother came home. And I didn't like that at first. I'm like, why is the man at home? I'm like, nah, get your butt to work.
You're right.
But his philosophy was like, no, the ladies are always raising the boys. when do we as men raise our boys?
That's good.
So he came home and raised Theo and Uriah. And then when Anaya was born, then Yvette said, nope, I'm coming home. So she quit being a school teacher, and then she homeschools all of our kids. I still feel a certain kind of way about that. I still feel like I still like our education system, but I also believe that our education system, specifically when it comes to minorities, we don't really teach them all the history that I believe that they need to know.
Exactly.
Right.
And so I love the homeschool. That's why I like the hybrid part. Give them some time around other people, but bring them home to where we can get specific into learning true history, all history, not just one particular set of history.
Right.
So I commend y'all on that.
That's really something.
I love it. Well, man, listen. I just want to thank y'all. I mean, if I had another 30 minutes, I would dive in some more to talk with you all. But this is only a 30-minute show, and I just want to make sure I be respectful to you all's time and our listeners' time, who's listening on our podcast or YouTube or watching us on IG, because I want to get quick and straight to the point. So one last thing before y'all go, I want you to think of one thing you can tell someone who's listening right now. They're struggling. They're like, hey, I need that extra, I don't know what it is. I need that to get me there to start this journey. What is that one thing that you all can think about that you can leave them with that can say, you know what, hey, this will help you focus on this and you should be able to be good? What's that one thing?
That's a really good question.
Take your time. Think about it, because this is important. Somebody's listening to this right now and like, man, I can do it, but I'm a little discouraged, but...
I think the thing that comes to my mind is whenever I look at somebody who's done something that, I wish I could achieve, the first thing you want to do is say there must be something special or super or extraordinary about that person. And I'm just going to go out and say there was absolutely nothing extraordinary about me.
Yep.
Wow.
I was just... or my husband. We were just two people. We weren't exceptional. Does that make sense? And I'm not putting us down. I'm just saying we were just out here.
Yeah.
But we made a choice.
Yeah.
And it's just you believing that you can do it.
Right.
It's nothing. It's literally, there's no secret sauce. There's nothing more than you saying, I'm no different than this person. I can do this. And I think it's just that on that. You can't escape the work. So, looking at someone and saying, there must have been a special circumstance here, or they must have had this, or they must have had that, as a way to kind of avoid why you can't do the work. You can do the work. You can follow the steps. I know for me, I did Dave Ramsey's program, and it was just, hey, just follow the step. One day at a time, one morning at a time, one grocery trip at a time, whatever it is. It's nothing extraordinary here. It's not superheroes at work. It's just making a choice, and you can make the choice to believe that you can't, or you can make the choice to believe that you can. And that's daily maintenance. Believing you can do something is daily, sometimes by the moment, maintenance in your own mind.
Yeah.
So,
and I would say along those lines is to just get started, like start doing it. A lot of people are constantly looking at other people and like, man, I don't make six figures like them. I mean, Leo and I didn't make six figures, but yet we still just did it. So just start. I mean, you can start tomorrow. So let's start writing a budget. Oh man, maybe tomorrow I'm not going to use my credit card. Like just start. And then also along those lines, I would say surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Because for us, that was important. We needed accountability partners. We needed people to motivate us because this isn't an easy journey at all. So definitely surround yourself with people that are like-minded.
Yeah.
And along the lines of what these two beautiful ladies have said, I would say it goes along with the choice. You are one decision away from a completely different life.
That's
just
right.
one decision. And we make thousands of decisions each day.
Yeah.
So you just have to make a decision to say, at some point in time, you just have to say enough is enough. You have to draw the line in the sand and say enough is enough.
So good.
And make that decision. Put one foot in front of the other. And no matter how small you think your progress is compared to someone else's, forward is forward.
Yeah.
Forward is forward.
Well, let's leave it right there. I have nothing else to say. this was a great show. You know, I mean, just being surrounded by you all paid off double to triple the amount of debt that I did. And so I look up to you. And I thank you all for spending some time to talk to our community and to encourage them. So real quickly, where can they find out more information about Leo and Faith? Tell them about your book. Tell them your website. And then we'll come over here to you, Jade.
All right, you can find us at Freedom is a Choice.
Yes, it
MVT.com. And my book is called Got Debt, The 7 Bulletproof Steps to Debt Freedom. You can find it on our website or on Amazon.
There you go. Jade.
Very cool. Well, if you're interested in entertainment, you can find us on Warshaw. That's my last name, WARSHAW, entertainment.com. And we'll get you hooked up with some entertainment work.
There you go. And we will make sure to put that in the description. So make sure you all subscribe to their channels. Check them out. I hugely support and endorse these ladies and gentlemen. But y'all, it's been a great day. Thank you all for tuning in. And we'll see you all on the next show. Peace out.